Good morning. It is the 9th of June, early morning, 9th of June, 2022. This would be Thursday morning. And we're looking at, and I'm very excited today. Weird things excite me, right? Very excited today to be looking at D-Day DOS, the Atlantikwall expansion. All right, so let's put this right here. This is an expansion to the original D-Day DOS. These are the original, if we find them here, Valley games, right? Yeah, these are the original Valley Games ones, right? Valley Games is no longer around for various and sundry reasons. Other than, basically they've had to. It would take a video to get into Valley Games and why they're no longer around. But of games they did produce, they did actually produce. Condolences to everybody who was in the upfront Kickstarter that they never produced, but games they actually produced. D-Day DOS was, in my opinion, really a good game. I loved it. Just when I first got it, I played this a bunch. It's worth my money. I bought this on the secondary market. And I have played a lot of it, and you get into it, and you just play, and you roll, and you roll, you roll, and you roll. The second edition came out a year or two ago, 2 years ago, maybe year and a half. I don't know. Time gets away from me. And I was glad that it got glad it got a reprint from a viable company, and the expansions were reprinted as well. I didn't buy any of that other than the D-Day DOS Pocket, which totally worth picking up. It's one of those little pockets. It's one of those micro games that I've played. I don't know how much I've played. I played a bunch of it. If it's on a table somewhere close to me and I got the time, I'll play it. It's a good game. And I always wanted to look at the Atlantikwall expansion for D-Day DOS, and this one, just for the fact that it says "Stop the Invaders," you play as the Germans with this expansion. And I got this for a song. Look at there, got it cheaper than what it says right there, so it's very much worth it. It's D-Day DOS Atlantikwall expansion. Let's read the back of it a bit, and we'll get into it. On June 6th, 1944, the Allies are landing in Normandy to invade German-occupied France. The beaches are heavily, well, man, I got new glasses. It shouldn't. Defended, okay. It looks kind of blurry to me for whatever reason. I don't know. Beaches are heavily defended, but can they withstand a seemingly overwhelming force? The High Command counts on you to stop the Allied invaders. This expansion to D-Day DOS transforms the game into a competitive one by allowing a player to take the role of the defenders. It is now up to the German player to make life difficult for the Allies by adding dangerous fortress features to already existing battle maps. Wow, that sounds kind of cool. It was originally $24.95. Says $24.95 at Hobby House, and I paid I think $22 for it. So I'm not unhappy about it. Let's see if we can open it up, and we'll take a look at it and see what it has. The idea of playing as the Germans is kind of cool in this. Granted, I guess we always want to play as the Allies in that, whether it be at Omaha Beach, which is, that's very vanilla, or somewhere like Sword Beach that I love playing, and I love taking a look at Sword Beach. That's just amazing to me. So no matter who you are, no matter if you're Brits or Americans or Canadians or even the French, right? You can play some of those games and play as the Allies and have fun with that. But this is intriguing to me to play as the So this is the German counter. If you remember, D-Day DOS has counters. All right, and wow, new set of dice. Okay, just a regular set of dice, except instead of red, white, and blue, they are red, white, and black. Very well, very nicely done. Cool. Cards. Rifle scope. During phase 4, discard one German item from pool or inventory, or if you have a sharpshooter, marksman, or sniper, kill one German specialist of your choice. Okay, so you got some of the German cards. Cool. What is that? Machine gun in a pillbox. Okay, this is just a sequence of play, right? And it's going to be just a, if you play D-Day DOS, you know the sequence. Phase 1, roll dice. Phase 2, upkeep. You know, it's basically you roll 3 times. You have to lock a couple in, and you're trying to get different, you know, threes, right? So you get 3 for, they do different things, right? Trying to collect different things. Some counters, nice counters, cool, cool, cool. I love how they did that. You know how they did all this stuff in D-Day DOS was kind of like that. This is, you look it up, you open it up. It's that. It's a brief. All right, it's a brief folder. Got a stamp on there. Nazi stamp. Okay. Yeah, check that out. They got the swastika, which I don't think they had it anywhere in the box, which is totally understandable. But right there, there it is. All right. That kind of gives you an interesting little historical thing. Overview. The German player can be added to any existing map. Okay. You can transform a 2-player game into a head-to-head confrontation or be added to any group of players. The German plays like all the other players, rolling dice to gather resources and spending those resources to recruit specialists and find items. Following the normal game phase, the main difference is the German does not move on the map. He stays in the bunker, so he skips phase 4 altogether. Okay, so just no movement, right? Can you, okay. Solitaire, okay. This is what I'm interested in too. But it was a good solitaire game. I'd like to be able to play with somebody, but it's a great solitaire game. When playing solo, you will face an automated allied unit. Okay, randomly determined. All right. In which starting sector the unit starts. Cool. So there is solitaire rules for it. Battle maps. All right, pretty straightforward stuff. Cool. And you got, what is this, one map here? Omaha Beach 2. Okay, cool. So you do get another map, which is totally exercise fabulous. Okay, that's cool. That really cool, actually. So you get another map. It's a legitimate expansion as well as just a adding a player to it. Right? So cool. That's it. This is it. This is D-Day DOS, which is Atlantikwall expansion, which expands the game. You can play as the Germans, or play a 2-player game. One is German and one is Allies. Great. All right. I haven't played the Atlantikwall expansion. I've played a ton of this though. A ton of this. Good game. I think some people may quibble over the historicity of it. It's historical enough for me to have fun with. It's not that kind of game. It's not that kind of game where you're going to geek out over small historical aspects. In some cases you can, but it's not that type of game. It's a fun dice rolling game. And Atlantikwall, just rolling as a German. Man, that always we've always given a thought over, those of us who've had family members or others who stormed those, and known somebody who stormed those beaches on Normandy and going up, not just on Normandy, by the way, you got to South Pacific, other beaches were stormed, but particularly Normandy, when you're going up there and those pillboxes, those machine guns, all that going on. And the brave men who did that, who they're cut down in some areas. It's a terrible thing in a lot of instances. But they did it, and it was an overwhelming force, but man, bloody, and just kind of the kind of combat you just don't want to have to get involved in. Not that you want to get involved in any combat. I'm just saying that running up against guns like that, for whatever reason, that's one of those ones you're just going to have to focus on your job, because if you focus on anything else, you're not going to do it. Youth helps out there too, by the way. But, the people that was trying to stop that invasion, I think and rightfully so, we're happy with the Allies, and we're very glad about World War II, right? I mean, what happened in World War II, the sacrifices the Allies gave in World War II were for the greater good of Europe, the greater good of the world, right? Greater good of Russia, greater good of everything. I'm making no mistake about it. But, when you think about the other side, they're men too. They're humans, right? So the idea of, and I know, the thinking about what's in their head, what's going through their head, is kind of intriguing to me, right? So there we go. That's it. That's all. All right, y'all. Have a good day. If you played this, let me know. If you played the new D-Day DOS, I haven't played the new D-Day DOS other than I don't know what the differences are. If you know, let me know. But yeah, just fun games, fun DOS chucking games. So y'all have a good day. Be careful out there. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye, folks.